So your first job is to create your stencil. As you can see, 4 stencils were created there for 4 fish on here. It was an eel, 3 fish, and this is coral here. So 1, 2, 3 stencils for coral. These were leaves here. They don't still look like leaves, but yeah, I suppose they could be part of the coral reef. Yeah, so you might just choose to have 1 stencil. So whatever you decide is fine. If you're choosing 4, what I'd do is I'd split your piece of A4 into 4 sections. You could do that just by folding it in half and then folding it again. If you're just going to go for 1 stencil, for 1 picture, which is what I'm going to do now, I typed in shark outline and this is what came up for me on the iPad. What I'd do is I'd just fold my thick piece of paper or card in half, and then I'm going to do my my picture just on this size, and that way I know for sure that it will fit in there and fill up quite a bit of the space. Okay, so I'm going to try my best to fill up a fair bit of this space. All right, so I'll just go for the for that one there, I think. So when you're sketching, I always start with nice kind of lots of lines like this. I don't try and get it perfect straight away. Just go for the general shape, that kind of almondy type shape there. Make sure I've left enough space in there for the tail, and I just do a line going up and a line going down. And once I'm happy with that, I compare it to the way the picture looks here. Once I'm happy with it, only then do I add detail. So I've got that far, and now I'll just add the detail. So I'll just whiz it along and we'll add the detail. So there you go, I've added some detail to the outline. I haven't put the eye in or anything else because none of that will come out on the print. So don't add any other detail to it. It's just the outline that we're after. Next step is to cut it out. Right, when you're cutting, always first of all, just generally cut around the shape. That way we get rid of bits of card that will end up getting in our way. So do that first, and then just do very small cuts. If you see, I never bring the scissors together. The cuts that I'm making are no more than about 1 centimetre long. See, very short cuts. That way you can be accurate, see? I'm going a bit quicker because I've been practicing this a long time, but you might need to slow down and take your time to get it right, because a really good stencil will really show the shape of the animal or whatever it is you've picked really well. You can also use other objects as kind of ready-made stencils. So leaves, for example, would be pretty good. Got a few different shapes here. Might be able to use string. Lots of other found objects will also provide stencils. And then you probably want something to give it some texture. So that means creating a kind of like a different surface. This is a bit of cellophane wrapping. I think tin foil would do the same job, but this would be something I would scrunch up and you would use basically to add texture. Bubble wrap, can't go wrong with a bit of bubble wrap. That always adds a bit of texture. It just creates a different surface. It can create new patterns on the surface, can't it? And a paintbrush could do that too. But yeah, get creative and choose your own things to add that texture.